His missing sister, however, that did not sit right with him. She had made it her duty to never leave his sight unless if she was angry or with friends. Seeing as her friends were in the hall, he deduced she had to be angry. An angry Dominica was not one he wanted unleashed on anybody, at the moment least of all the erratic and equally angry Edward. Releasing a sigh as he came to the conclusion that an angry Dominica and an angry Edward was a recipe destined to make a bad cake, he hurriedly finished his drink and left the hall in search of his sister. His sister has, and would probably always be, the only person he was sure loved him. Ever since his parents had birthed him, they had made it pretty obvious to him and the rest of the nation that they wouldn't mind an accident happening to him. Not just some silly accident like losing a limb or going blind or something as petty as that. No, they had always wished for more serious accidents like drowning, burning, falling from a very high position, or a good old stabbing in the back by some thief trying to take not just his coins, but his life. Anything really that would guarantee his death and exit from their lives. It was quite sad, really, living his whole life with the knowledge his own parents hated him. It was a lonely existence made pleasurable by a sister who loved him intensely. The very same sister who was at the moment nowhere to be found. Part of him wanted to protect his sister, even though he knew very well how powerful his sister truly was. The other part of him wanted her to be unleashed against all the enemies he could destroy, which shouldn't, because of how fragile his political value was. Times like this, when he had an enemy he wished to put down, he wanted to put the Dick and his sister in a ring and leave them alone for a couple of minutes for them to sort themselves out. But then again, he had to think about the political fallout. Would his sister's reputation survive being branded a mad princess that murdered boys, that pissed her off? As he walked down the hallway, noticing how silent it was, completely devoid of guards and saints, he couldn't help but wonder what on earth incited the dumbass called Edward to fight him in public. He could perhaps see him just being rude to him for a long time, while they both resided in the tower. He could see him continue to take every opportunity afforded him by the king to torment him physically and emotionally in perpetuity. But that fucker didn't have it in him to commit regicide or even take him on. Not when his sister had been right there.